Hello. Hello. Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Ram Hare.
Welcome to Morning Amrut program. His Grace Aksara Gaura Prabhuji will be giving his transcendental words of wisdom. His Grace Ram Kripa Prabhuji will be reading the Namamrita, followed by Srila Prabhupada's quote, followed by Srila Prabhupada Lilamrit, and recite the slokas. Welcome to everyone once again. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Bhavadanvat Pranam. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada की जय. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj की जय. His Holiness Bhakti Ashraya Vaishnava Swami Maharaj की जय. His Grace शिक्षा गुरु रूप विलास प्रभु की जय. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. Namamrita. One who chants the holy name of the Lord constantly during one's life can, at the time of death, return home back to Godhead. Sukadeva Goswami to King Parikshit. While suffering at the time of death, Ajamila chanted the holy name of the Lord, and although the chanting was directed towards his son, he nevertheless returned home back to Godhead. Therefore, if one faithfully and inoffensively chant the holy name of the Lord, where where is the doubt that he will not return to Godhead? At the time of the death, one is certainly bewildered because of his bodily functions are in disorder. At that time, even one who thought out his life has practiced chanting the holy name of the Lord may not be able to chant the Hare Krishna mantra very distinctly. Nevertheless, such a person receives all the benefits of the chanting of the holy name. While the body is fit, therefore, why should we not chant the holy name of the Lord loudly and distinctly? If one does so, it is quite possible that even at the time of the death, he will be properly able to chant the holy name of the Lord with love and faith. In conclusion, one who chants the holy name of the Lord constantly is guaranteed to return home back to Godhead without any doubt. Srimad Bhagavatam 6.2.49. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada quote, 6th November. If one renders even a small amount of sincere devotional service, Krishna becomes obliged to elevate such person. And what to speak of one whose entire life and soul has been dedicated to Krishna service. Letter to Hare Nama, November 6, 1969. Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita. Abhay had not been satisfied with agnostic conclusion because I had been trained by my father to be engaged in the worship of Sri Sri Radha Govinda. But as a result of the Vidya Ratna lecture, I was experiencing some mental conflict between agnosticism and the existence of the Godhead. Later, having heard from his spiritual master Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, Abhay understood that the personality of Godhead exists in every sphere of activity, but we do not have the eyes to see him. Abhay wrote, even if the Lord personally manifests himself on the earth, the quarreling mundaners will not stop their fighting and look upon Godhead or his representative due to ignorance. This is the birthright of the individual soul by the grace of God. Bhagavad Gita is the true jewel of education and a jewel of education. And in the Gita, Lord Krishna to fight, declares to the fighting people on the earth, "Here I am, do not quarrel." The agnostic who had spoken the jewel of education had been blinded by the jewel and therefore could not see and appreciate the personality of Godhead. Thus, he had gone on to convince others to become so called jewels also. Sri Bhagavad Gita Slok 14.13 अप्रकाश्यो अप्रकाशो पर्वते से च प्रमादो मोह एव च तामसी एतानि जायते जयन्ते विवे विवृद्धे कुरु नंदना. Translation: When there is an increase in the mode of ignorance, O son of Kuru, darkness, inertia, madness, and illusions are manifested. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.13.17. उल्मुखो उल्मुखो जनयात पुत्रान् पुष्करिण्यां सद उत्तमान् अंगम सुमासनम ख्यातिम कृतम अंगरीशम गयम. Translation: Of 12 sons, Ulmukha begot 6 sons in his wife Pushkarini. They were all very good sons, and their names were Anga, Sumana, Khyati, Kritu, Angira, and Gaya. चैतन्य चरितामृत मध्य लीला 5.29. बड़ा विप्रे कहे कन्या मोरा निज धन दीते निषेधिवे को न जाना. The elderly Brahman said, "My daughter is my own property. If I choose to give my property to someone, who has the power to stop me?" Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, please start.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. ओम अज्ञानं तिमिरद्याक्ष ज्ञानं जनशलाकय चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदं मह्यं ददाति स पदान्तिकं. वन्देऽहं श्री गुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्री गुरुन् वैष्णवां च श्री रूपं साग्रजातं सहगाना रघुनाथं वितं तं साजिं साधवेतं सावधूतं परिजन सहित कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखवितं हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्तुते. तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. पंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितनाम पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Radha Ras Bihari Bhagwan ki jai. जगत गुरु शील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री श्री गौर निताई की जय। श्री राधा रस बिहारी भगवान सखी ललिता सखी सखा माता गिरिराज गोवर्धन भगवान शालिग्राम शिला की जय। श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण भक्त हनुमान की जय। राम दरबार की जय। द्वारकाधीश की जय। जगन्नाथ जय। बलदेवा जय। सुभद्रा मैया सुदर्शन महाराज की जय। भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। विघ्न विनाशक लक्ष्मीपति नरसिंह भगवान की जय। राधा पंद्रीनाथ की जय। वैष्णवनाथ शंभू की जय। Today's commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 2, verse 49, emphasizes the power of chanting the holy name, even a single time, to protect a person from sinful reaction and guarantee their spiritual progress. He states that even a devotee who chants indistinctly at the time of death will still receive the benefit of a life spent chanting the holy name, and it is idle to chant loudly and distinctly while the body is fit to ensure proper chanting at the end of life. Next. Today's Prabhupada quote states that on November 6, 1969, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada wrote a letter to his disciple Harir Nam, which contains the following significant quote regarding devotional service. Prabhupada quote commentary on the context. In the letter, Prabhupada encouraged Harir Nam and offer blessings. Around the same time, he wrote to another disciple, Garga Muni, stating that anyone can serve Krishna by following the prescribed method. The letter also encouraged distributing books and magazines to counter nonsense books that perpetuate the cycle of birth and death. This highlights that sincere devotional service leads to spiritual progress through divine grace. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Dana Padam Prabhuji. Should I start?